Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dorian Show. Guys, I was just at the Hollywood Improv, and let me tell you, dude, I've been on a bombing spree. Okay, that started off. I was at the Improv. I decided to sit in the front row in the audience for the open mic, and some lady accosted me for being a white guy. I was like, oh god. Dude, I didn't think it was possible if I could ever feel white guilt, because I'm not. You know who's never confused me as for a white guy? All the Asian women I try to date, dude. They know right away. They're like, Anyway, let's talk about money. That's the only thing that makes me happy anymore. So anyway, you guys know I've been really positive on this whole uranium play the last couple of years. But just because uranium is, oh shit, my computer went off. Just because uranium is going higher does not mean that all the stocks are good, you know? For example, I want to talk about Cameco, which is like one of the largest producers of uranium in the market. They might be losing money pretty soon, and I'm pretty worried. They have an earnings release coming up first week of February that I'm going to basically keep an eye out for. I have a bunch of money in there, for me at least, invested, and I do not want to lose it or even lose a bunch of my gains so far. So what's been going on in the uranium market is that uranium prices has shot up, right? The price of a pound of uranium is about $106. Holla. You know what I mean? And then what you would think is that you would get rich, right? All these companies producing uranium will make more money as the price of uranium goes up, but not so fast. Okay? Because a lot of what these large producers do, such as Cameco, they basically contract out pounds of uranium 5 to 7 years ahead, and they lock in a price. So right now, when I'm looking, the last time that Cameco came out with their earnings report, they were contracting their pounds of uranium at like $60 to $70 when the spot market is at 11, and when the spot market's at 100. Shit, dude, I'm bombing on my own podcast. Okay, so let me say it again. So when in their contract, they have a cap on how much they can make. So they're like, oh, at like $100 or above, they can only make between $60 to $70 on these like pre-ordered uranium. And that could be kind of scary because they are not producing enough uranium to even deliver to other buyers this year. You know what I mean? Like, for example, so far, they're looking backwards, right? So for the first 3 quarters of 2023, they produced 11 million pounds of uranium, but they had to go out and buy 5 million pounds of uranium. So 11 million they produced, and they had to go out and buy 5 million. And the spot price for them was at like, they bought it around like $70, which at the time makes sense. But now, this next earnings, like uranium's at $100. So I'm worried. I'm a little worried about their margins getting crushed. If they have to start buying spot uranium at a price of $106, and then they're selling it for $60, that means they're gonna get hammered. And I personally think uranium is going to go up to like 150,000. What the fuck, dude? I'm going crazy, guys, but I'm not going to restart this because nobody listens. I think uranium's going to hit $150 this year, if not higher. And I'm a little worried about it moving up a little bit too fast, you know, before Cameco could adjust their contracts going forward. So I don't want them to be left holding the bag when uranium's at like $150 and they have to buy it from the market, and then they're selling it to all these utilities for $70. Like, you could see how that could go very wrong for me, because I need money. That's the only thing that makes me happy, guys. Just uranium rocks and lots of money, which I don't have yet. That's the only joy that brings me. That's the only thing that brings me joy from bombing every day at the open mics. for stand-up comedy because I am an American and I believe in following stupid dreams. Anyway, what am I talking about? All right. So far they've been doing well. I think, even if the price of uranium goes up, as long as they're able to keep their margin, the gross margin high, if they could keep growing revenue and lowering costs and making their income go up, the basic stuff that everybody looks at. Surprisingly, not a lot of people look at earnings report. A lot of people are just investing in uranium. They're like, I don't understand what's going on. I barely understand, okay? But I look at the earnings report and pretend like I understand. You know what I mean? Like, so far, it's pretty good. So far, their revenues are up 29.7% from 2022. Costs are only up about 12%, so that's good, right? Revenue is growing double the pace of their costs. Excuse me for burping. Net income is up 268%, so that's pretty sick. Their margins are kind of trash, dude. This is where I'm like worried about, right? Their margins right now, year over year so far is 16%, and I'm anticipating that this next earnings report for the fourth quarter of 2023 will probably go down, and I don't want it to go down significantly because that would be a sign for people to panic and people will sell, and I will lose thousands of dollars, dude. Not an insignificant amount for me. I hope they recently just purchased 49% of Westinghouse, which is another like nuclear refinement company, and they do other stuff like build nuclear reactors, I think. Comment below if I'm wrong, dude. Okay. But so far they haven't shown the numbers for Westinghouse, so maybe they could finally release some of that and boost their numbers so we could feel good about holding this forever. So I don't know what's going to go on. I'm just praying to God. I'm not selling right now. If it drops and then the price and if the price of the stock drops and the news aren't too bad, I'm going to buy some more, baby, because that's what I do. I'm trying to either get rich or dirt poor, guys. You guys understand me? Like, that's where I'm at in life. I just want to be stupid rich or living out of my car. Those are only two options I have in life. All right, so that's what I think about uranium. Next, let's talk about, dude. Have you guys been following this whole like Stanley Cup Mania? This is insane, dude. You know what I mean? Like, women have become like these. Like, women have become like the equivalent of like dudes collecting Jordans. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy. I didn't even know what it was until I saw this one Instagram video of this little girl. She got a Stanley Cup for her Christmas, and she was like, "This cup is all I ever wanted." And then like someone in the background, some dude was like, "Oh, what?" That's I don't know what's going on, dude, but. If you guys have a girlfriend in your life, get them a Stanley Cup, dude. They will be ecstatic to get it. But I don't know, dude. I think if women want to be hype beasts like us men, like I need to see someone get shot over a Stanley Cup like that. I'm not gonna take this hype seriously until someone dies. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, this kind of reminds me of like Beanie Babies, and I'm pretty sure someone died over a Beanie Baby back in the days. Then that's like the price, right? That's the ultimate price of something. That's someone's life. So a little morbid, but it's fine. But yeah, these ladies are just camping out for freaking Stanley Cups, fighting each other, I don't know. What else I have here? Dude, recently China. I know I just posted something 2 weeks ago about how like Chinese stocks are uninvestable, even though I do invest and lose a lot of money. Dude, China is panicking right now, guys. Like, they are panicking. For the last couple months, like the Chinese government is like, dude, we're not gonna print a lot of money. That's what Americans do, and they're trash. But guess what, dude? Like, a couple of days ago, China just said they're going to spend about $280 billion to buy stock in the Chinese stock market. Whoa. All right. Guess the West is not too bad. I mean, I actually think this is a bad idea. I kind of like watching companies die or like get close to death because that's when you could find like the real value of a company. You know what I mean? Like Chinese company I own is Alibaba. So last week it was at $65 a share, and then all of a sudden China was like, "Oh, we're gonna buy all these shares back," and all of a sudden it jumps to 75. But I'm like between that range, I don't even know if I want to buy more. You know, even with the news from China, like I don't know if there's value in Alibaba at $65 to $75, which is where it was and where it stands today. You know what I mean? I was kind of hoping the government would just let all these Chinese companies like just crash and burn. Because if Alibaba ever gets down to like $30, all of a sudden that's a steal, and I'm gonna freaking take out a loan and throw all my money in it, and then I'll either be rich or be dirt broke, like I said. So yeah, you know what, like when like the government do like these type of things, like when the pandemic happens and the U.S. decided to lower interest rates so the stock market could go up, it really freaking screws up people like me who are just waiting for the demise of society so I could sweep up stocks at low prices. You know what I mean? Like I can't get rich unless someone else gets poor, dude, and that's the American way. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this buying will send Chinese stocks back to $300, or maybe it'll just stay at 70 forever. I don't know. It's really screwing me up. The Alibaba buds, Jack Ma and Joe Tsai, just bought another $200 million worth of share, and that's like a lot of Chinese investors are like, oh look, Alibaba's good again. When in reality, just a couple months ago, Jack Ma was like, dude, I'm selling all my stocks. I'm selling all my shares. So part of me is thinking like the Chinese government is kind of forcing all these rich people to prop up the stock market over there. You know what I mean? Like I think they just started telling these market exchanges to be like, hey, easy on the short selling. So a lot of places are just banning short selling. There's like no law. Like the government just like, hey, think about no more short selling. All these stock exchanges like, okay, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, we're gonna do that. What I'm trying to say is your money is not safe. It's not safe anywhere. It's not safe in China for sure. It's not safe in uranium. It's not safe in Bitcoin. Although Bitcoin is dropping, so if it gets down low enough, I am going to be buying a ton, dude. I would be taking my real money that I worked really hard for to buy fake money, so that one day I could change that fake money for even more real money. That's the whole game of crypto. Okay, it's not the technology that I really care about. You know? What else on these news? Okay, can we talk about freaking Ozempic? Everybody's talking about Ozempic. Ozempic is going to destroy all these food companies. They're saying like Ozempic is going to destroy McDonald's. It's going to destroy Coca-Cola. It's going to destroy Pepsi. Dude, like a month's supply of Ozempic is like $970. Like no one could afford it. This is only for like the rich 1% of the US, which is fine, dude. Ozempic is basically for like skinny women and their fat, ugly, rich husbands right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be destroying anything. And I don't see Ozempic. I think it will. The price will sooner or later come down, but it's not going to happen quick. Because they just have to make their money back, you know, like it costs a lot of money for research. A lot of these pharmaceutical companies trying to make as much money as they can up front, right? As long as their patents are still going on like that, they're trying to go gangbusters. And then after that, you know, they'll still make money, but not as much. So I don't know. I'll also hear like Ozempic, like they'll make you lose weight, but you also lose a lot of muscle, which I don't know if you guys care, but I do. Look at this. Some of the positives people are saying like Ozempic also, you know, helps curb other cravings such as alcohol and smoking and gambling even, which is cool. But I'm like, that sounds a little suspicious. Does that like Like if it's suppressing all these like freaking cravings, do you think they'll stop people from being motivated? Will it suppress motivation? Like I don't know. I'm not. These are just food for thought, dude. That and I own a shit ton of Pepsi, so I hope people stay fat and eating Doritos and drinking Pepsi soda, so I could be a couple $1,000s richer. I'm willing to trade the future of our society so I could be $3,000 richer, dude. That's capitalism for you, dude. And that is why everybody are pieces of shit, dude. What else? In the news, I hear Reddit's going to go public in March. People love Reddit. I use Reddit. You know, you get really good bro signs up in Reddit. You know, a lot of gossip on comedy. Those are two things I look at. And dude, it's don't buy it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm saying Reddit's gonna be more like Twitter than Facebook. If you guys are hyped about this, you know, because how Reddit basically works right now, they just rely on moderators to kind of like you know, make sure things don't go off the rails and all these message boards. But these fools don't get paid. You know what I mean? And what do you think is going to happen when investor money comes up, dude? How are you're going to have to start paying people, and that's going to cost a lot of money, right? People want to put in ads. They're going to want censorship. You know, there's some wild stuff still going on in Reddit, which makes it cool. But they already start censoring, you know, like Wall Street Bets won't let you talk about GameStop anymore because I don't know actually. You know what I mean? Like that will just only get worse once it becomes public and once the real money comes in. But I'm no expert. Buy it if you want, guys. Buy it if you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna watch it go up, and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, dude! I'm so dumb. Should have bought some. More finance news. Boeing just keeps crashing and burning. So Boeing's actually, I think, is the opposite of Reddit. I think Reddit is not a buy. I think Boeing is probably a buy. I don't know right now, but I almost guarantee in 10 years, the Boeing price right now of $200 will probably be like $300, $400 even in a 2-year time frame. And the only reason is because there's only like two airplane like manufacturers in the whole world, right? I mean, there's like a Chinese one, but no one really buys them because they've never exploded once. But you know, Chinese, we see like Chinese schools exploding all the time, so no one trusts Chinese airplanes except for, I guess, low income countries, third world countries, China. But everybody else, you know, the rich, the West, the whites, they get all their airplanes from Airbus or Boeing. There's only two. And if you look at Boeing's like contracts to deliver airplanes, they have contracts for like 20 years out, dude. Like they are gonna be okay. You know what I mean? So right now, when they're getting crushed in a financial markets, it might be a good time to buy. Am I gonna buy? Probably not right now because I have no money. But if I did have some money that I'm not slamming into Alibaba and uranium, I would probably look at Boeing because it's gonna be fine, dude. Like there was whatever the last plane, the door flew out mid-flight, 737. You know what the government said? They're like, you could just keep flying them. Like we don't care, just keep flying them. Make sure people could still go to Hawaii or wherever people go to, Disneyland, Orlando. So nothing's really going to happen to them. You know, they're just going to probably pay a freaking penalty, you know, a couple $1 million penalty to sell billions and billions of dollars of airplanes that might kill you. But that's just how the market works. So keep buying it, guys. If you're thinking about not. A lot of fraud going on. Archer Daniel Midland. This is one stock that I bought from my mom. Yikes. Sorry, Mom. I think she was still up on it the last time I checked. But recently, I don't know, dude. They dropped recently because there might be some accounting fraud, guys. Okay, over a company that makes freaking seeds, agricultural seeds and shit like that, dude. This is bad news. If someone's gonna go to jail, they're gonna probably lose a lot of money. They're in commodities, which is cyclical, but sitting at $50 is about $50 right now, $52. It's fair price, dude. It went up to $90 at some point. I should have sold for my mom and made her a couple $1,000s richer, but whatever. She got it for cheaper, I think. I think we got it at $40. But yeah, maybe if it gets really bad, Archer Daniel Midland is kind of like one of those companies that won't go either. They're just too big to fail. So if this whole issue with the accounting fraud gets too big, they're gonna lose a lot of money, and that's when it's time to buy. Okay, guys, that's when, what do they say? When there's blood on the streets, take people's money, dude. That's what they say. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I talked a lot about a lot of stocks today. It's kind of a weird episode because I bombed at the Improv and at the store and everywhere I go. I've just been bombing because my jokes aren't funny and my podcast sucks. Feel bad for me. Boo-hoo. Anyway, this one's going to be a shorter episode. I think I'm going to end it right there. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys buying anything? Are you guys buying Cameco? Are you guys buying Alibaba? Are you guys buying Boeing? Are you guys going to buy Reddit? Are you guys going to buy ADM? Are you guys going to buy Ozempic? Are you taking Ozempic? Are you losing weight? Are you getting all the babes because you have a six-pack now? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And I'm going to go binge eat now, guys. All right? Take care. Bye.